Hi friends, I am Dr. Pratap Singh Rathod. I have done MD in forensic medicine and today we'll discuss about dying declaration. Dying declaration is a written or a oral statement given by the person who is dying as a result of some unlawful act, states the fact relating to material facts of the cause of death or circumstances surrounding it. So this is a statement given by the person who is dying as a result of some unlawful act. The person may be someone may tried to kill him, so he is at the deathbed and he may be brought to hospital. At that time, the doctor who is present, who is treating him, during that time he may try to tell something, and that is considered as dying declaration. Dying declaration is incorporated in Section 32 Indian Evidence Act and it is considered as a documentary evidence. Procedure of taking dying declaration. The doctor should first certify the person is conscious and his mental faculties are normal. That is called as compos mentis. So doctor asks questions to the patient like what is his name, what is the time, what is the place, and what is the relative's name. All those things question will be asked to know whether the person is conscious and it is his mental faculties are normal or not. In this, oath is not administered because of the belief that in India we believe that the person who is at the deathbed will tell the truth. In this, again, there is no leading questions are asked. As we are discussed in previous videos, leading questions are those which suggest the answers, and these are used in cross-examination. So in dying declaration, the person is not cross-examined. Ideally, magistrate should be called to take the dying declaration, and if the death is imminent, the statement may be recorded in the presence of two witnesses by the doctor or police. So if magistrate is not available or the person is about to die, then doctor can take the dying declaration. The dying declaration also can be made by a police officer, public servant, village headman, or a private person, but its evidential value will be less. So it can be taken by any person who is available at the time of death, but its value will be less compared to magistrate in presence of magistrate. Statement of declarant should be recorded in the form of simple narrative without any alteration of phrases. So whatever the patient or a person who is dying tells has to be written in the same words without any addition of words, without changing anything. It should be recorded as it is. By recording the statement, if the declarant becomes unconscious, the person recording it must record as much information as he has obtained and sign it himself only. So if during the taking of dying declaration he becomes unconscious, then whatever the declaration, whatever the statement he has given, up to that he has to sign, doctor has to sign how much he has recorded. Declaration is sent to magistrate in a sealed cover, and later on the magistrate will decide the procedure of doing the what to do with the dying declaration. If the declarant survives, the declaration is not admitted in the court but has a corroborative value, and the person is called in the court to give evidence, then only becomes a confirmatory. So if the person survives, then the dying declaration is not considered as a evidence, but it has a corroborative value which will be cross-examined by giving the oral evidence. Now coming to dying deposition is different from dying declaration in the sense that here the declaration is made on oath. So we discussed in dying declaration, oath is not taken. In dying deposition, oath is taken and it is done in presence of accused or his legal representative who has the opportunity to cross-examine the dying person. So here the legal representative of the accused can cross-examine and leading questions can be asked. This is recorded by magistrate, hence it carries more value than dying declaration. So because magistrate is present, it gives more value, but in dying declaration, the magistrate may not be present, any person can take, but in dying deposition, magistrate has to present and it has more value compared to dying declaration. There is no provision of dying deposition in Indian Evidence Act, hence it is not followed in India. Dying deposition is not followed in India, it is followed in other countries. Now coming to difference between dying declaration and dying deposition, as we discussed, it is recorded by any person, but dying deposition is recorded by magistrate only. Oath is not required, oath is required in dying deposition. Accused may not be present in dying declaration, accused should be always present in dying deposition. Cross-examination is not done in dying declaration, cross-examination is done in dying deposition. Legal value comparatively less compared to dying deposition. It is admissible, it is not admitted but has a corroborative value if the person survives dying declaration. It is fully admitted in court if the person, even the person survives, dying deposition is admissible in court. Role of doctor in dying declaration is he has to assess compos mentis, that the person is well conscious and fit to record the statement in the absence of magistrate. Role of doctor in dying deposition is he also has to do compos mentis and statement always recorded by the magistrate. So doctor's role is only to know whether the person has compos mentis or not. It is followed in India. Dying declaration is followed in India. In dying deposition is not followed in India. These are my references. Thank you.